for students who are studying and they want to build something, like their main concept should be like everyone will do one day batting only, right?
Yeah,
Most of
exactly.
the students, except 1 or 2% people. So instead of roaming out going to some parties, they can dedicate that time in this startup. For me, it's a complete different story.
Hello everyone, welcome to EDAM Spotlight, the spotlight that brings stories of student tech enthusiasts and entrepreneurial interests from second and third tier engineering colleges. Our venue partner is Kokarma. Today we have Akash Mallareddy talking on the same topics and knowing about his experience through his journey. Akash Mallareddy is a talented individual with a background in cloud engineering and entrepreneurship. He graduated from Vardhaman College of Engineering and has since established himself in the field of cloud engineering, where he has gained experience in developing and managing cloud-based systems for various organizations. In addition to his professional work, he has also pursued his passion for entrepreneurship by starting REJOIT EDTECH Private Limited, a startup that aims to add to and improve the education sector. With his diverse skill set and entrepreneurial drive, Akash Mallareddy is definitely someone to keep an eye on in tech industry. Hello Akash, welcome to EDAM Spotlight.
Hi.
Yeah. So before starting with any question, I would like to know about a bit about yourself, an introduction to yourself.
Sure. So this is Akash Mallareddy. So generally, I'm a 2021 BTech graduate from Vardhaman College of Engineering in Computer Science stream. So entrepreneurship is my passion from the beginning. When I'm in my BTech days only, I was mostly participating in all the events basically, and I was having a startup idea in my first year only. So it came into existence after my BTech, but this is all a long journey. So currently I'm working as a cloud engineer in a company called SEARCE, as well as I'm running a startup called REJOIT EDTECH.
Okay. So yeah, as I've mentioned, we are talking about second and third tier, and you're from Vardhaman College of Engineering. What was your experience in during your college days, and what was your college life like, and what have you learned from the days? Yeah.
Sure. So basically, I'm not from this part of the state. Like I'm from Andhra Pradesh. Basically,
Okay.
my schooling, my intermediate, everything from LKG to inter, I'm in my hometown, Eluru. It is near Vijayawada.
Okay.
So everything was happened there only. But I asked my parents, grandparents, like I'll study in Hyderabad, etc. First, I thought I'll be joining in a different college. Basically, I tried to join in that college, but no luck. So I was landed up in Vardhaman College of Engineering. First impression when I went to Vardhaman College of Engineering to visit the college and to check the college, I thought in my mind I don't want to join this college.
Oh God.
And only best thing I saw when I first visited my college is we have a cricket stadium.
Okay.
I was very passionate about cricket and all. So, but that doesn't mean like I'll join this college, right? So later my parents convinced me to join. One of my family doctor is a good friend of our chairman.
Okay.
So like that I landed up in this college, and basically our college is a kind of school kind of thing.
Okay.
Full rules, restrictions. We need to tuck in. We need to come in formals. We need to have shoe, ID card, etc. All this kind of things. And from childhood, I was I was the only son. So if school is, if I want to change the school, my parents will shift my home near to the school. If I want to go to my intermediate, my parents will shift to my intermediate college.
Okay.
Even in intermediate, I was a day scholar, and even then also I used to come to my home for having lunch.
Okay.
So that comfortable I am. But first time living in a hostel, Vardhaman hostel is one of the best actually. It can be rooms or food, or we have a separate ground also for the hostel people. So it is one of the best thing. Like I joined Vardhaman. Now I'm feeling that, but
Okay.
then way back that time I was not comfortable joining Vardhaman College of Engineering.
Okay.
So basically, when I joined, like this orientation day will happen, and our chairman sir is telling like this will be strict. This college will be strict. We don't, I mean, do any hangama here. This will be strict. Please fix that in mind. Please read properly, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And don't. We are not allowed to come in bikes also. Like
Okay.
so many people stay nearby, right?
Okay.
Or far from, like it's far from city, like somewhere in Shamshabad.
Okay.
So we are not allowed to come in bikes, not bikes, two-wheelers basically.
Okay.
So the road from Shamshabad to our college is a bit dangerous. So accident prone kind area.
Safety purpose.
So safety purpose, we are not allowed, and no vehicles are allowed inside of the campus. Students' vehicles also.
Okay.
So this strict our college is.
Yeah.
So basically, when I joined, when I classes became, I mean, started, and for me, first time living in hostel, my parents thought I'll cry, and they'll take me back to Elur, or they'll join, or they'll come shift to Hyderabad. But that doesn't happen. So many people, like I got connected with different people, but none of them were Andhra people. Everyone are Telangana. Their slang will be different. So I also tried to speak in their slang.
Okay.
So until and unless I say I'm from Andhra Pradesh, those people are like I'm also from some Karimnagar or
Okay.
Nizamabad.
Okay.
So due to my slang. So this is the basic, I mean, first year kind of thing, first beginning of my BTech life.
So you have mentioned that you had a startup idea in your first year itself, but it has been a reality after your graduation.
Yes.
But what was your idea, and why didn't it happen during your college years? And as a technical aspect, what have you done in college, and what was it different from other students, other friend circle maybe, or people who are around you? How was it different from that?
Sure. So when I was in first year, like we had this, like our college hosts many events. There are like first year means freshman block. We will be in separate block.
Okay.
We will not be merged with 2, 3, 4 years.
Okay.
So there is some event happening in CSE block. That means 2, 3, 4 years, main CSE block. And only 2 people from a class were called. Like only 2 people only were allowed. So we don't know the information. Only the CRs will themselves go, or they'll send their friends.
Yeah.
So luckily, like CR is not my friend, but what happened to that fellow? He sent me.
Okay.
So like, but most of my friends are also willing to come to that event. Like it's about design thinking basically.
Okay.
So the session was really good. So then I got an idea like why this, I mean, information is not passing, etc., etc. So first basic idea, what I thought is to develop a internal news portal where we can post about events, etc., etc. Only college, inter-college thing. Later it was evolved into a different idea, entirely different idea. So at the first, when I got idea, I went to my one of my professor and explained him about my idea. So he's one of the senior person in our college at that time. Now he's not there. So he recommended me to go to our freshman HOD. Okay. So I went to my freshman HOD, and he also encouraged me to. He connected with some CSE folks. So they told me to develop something like a news portal. Like firstly, my idea was news portal, right? To develop something like a news portal, you should learn web development like HTML, CSS, etc., etc. And they also suggested me to go with the app. Okay. So they said learn Android Studio, etc., etc. So I started learning web development from W3 schools and Android Studio. One of my senior used to explain me the basics, because we are in hostel, right? Hostel, there are so many skillful seniors. They have so much time because they can save the time of traveling. Right? So our hostel is like just very much nearby to our college only. It's connected basically. So they used to help me in I mean, understanding the concepts of Android Studio. In first year only, I had installed that Android Studio. So I started learning a few basics of Android Studio. Later, I was very much interested in web development actually. So I learned all the concepts from W3 schools, and I started building something, not this news portal, but something like personal profile,
Okay.
portfolio,
Ha, ha,
etc.,
ha.
etc. This kind of things.
So, okay. So right now you're a cloud engineer,
Yeah,
right? So,
right now I'm a cloud engineer.
how did you get into this field? Was
So,
it during your college or
yeah.
after college? Or also tell us about your job. Like right now, what have you been doing?
Sure. So coming to my cloud engineer thing, it's like it's a luck for me actually. Like I was not very much interested in coding, like C, Java, Python. Those are not my cup of tea.
Okay.
So I thought of, looking for different fields where we can have the minimum amount of code, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So we have when I was in my third year, second semester, like
Okay.
this COVID thing happened and we
Yeah.
had lockdown and all. At that time, Google Cloud India had
Okay.
designed a program for all the undergraduates.
Okay.
So they'll be selecting professors from different colleges, different top colleges,
Okay.
a professor with basically a PhD or expertise in cloud. So those professors will take two students, two of their pre-final year students, and all these three, professor and two students, will be trained by Google Cloud. They
Okay.
gave us some labs, some material, and get ourselves comfortable with Google Cloud platform.
Okay.
And we should be in a position to tell to our juniors.
Okay.
So this program name is called Google Cloud Ready Facilitator Program.
Okay.
This is the first program started with us.
Okay.
And our professor and one of my friend and me were selected. We are the first ever cloud facilitators for the Google Cloud program. Now it became very famous in India. Like
Okay.
many people are becoming benefiting through that program, but we are the first ones. Later, they gave us somewhere around 3 months of time, and they gave us some milestones to train this many people. So we trained around in everything in COVID only. We trained around somewhere around 400 plus juniors. Like they are from EC, they are from IT, CSC, even Triple E people also did the program, and they got benefited with all these Google Cloud, how Google Cloud works, etc., etc. And Google has this milestones basically, and we received the ultimate milestone, which is the final milestone kept by Google at that time. And for us, what is the benefit means? We, of course, we'll get a certificate from Google Cloud Director, as well as we also got a chance to speak in one of the Google's YouTube videos.
Oh.
We featured in Google, Cloud's YouTube video, where we had explained about how our students had done this program, how we motivated them to do this program. So this all happened in my 4-1. Basically, 4-1 is also lockdown.
Okay.
So this all happened in lockdown, and suddenly this lockdown 1.0 is completing, and we came back to college and wrote 3-2 exams, 4-1 exams in span of 3 months.
Yeah.
So after that, I was in 4-2. So I don't have a job. Basically, like what happened is, I had 2 backlogs in my 3-1 actually.
Okay.
I thought of clearing it in 3-2, but 3-2 is in lockdown.
Yeah.
So no scope. I was not allowed to. I was not eligible to be in placements basically.
Yeah.
So like that 2 subjects also very funny. One is web development. I am very much skilled in web development. Those people failed me in web development.
Okay.
One is software testing methodologies.
Okay.
So that I thought I wrote well, but no luck.
Okay.
So my first backlogs.
Okay.
And when I I wrote them in 4-1 with the 3-2 exams, 4-1 exams, and I cleared in one shot those 2 exams. Later, when I was in 4-2, all the major companies are gone.
Yeah.
So as well as a few of for few companies, my name was missing. Even though I cleared, those people forgot to
refer you. Yeah.
Those people forgot to mention my name in the that lists.
Yeah.
So it's like somewhere around March 2021, I don't have a job. Like I was cool. Like my parents are very supportive.
Okay.
They gave me multiple options. Like you can go for MS, not MS. They don't allow me to go to MS because I'm the only son. So they said, if you want to do MTech, you can do. If you want to do MBA, you can do. Not in Vardhaman, in other state or other college. If you want to start your startup, you can go. You are free. You have 2 years, 3 years. if you fail, no problem, you go to some Amirpet, take one course, you will get a job definitely.
Okay.
So that's not the problem, you have time. Because at that time, like I was a 2000 born, so I am hardly 21 years. So they gave me time. So they are very supportive. So then this what happened is this Google Cloud people shared our data with its premium partners. Our SEARCE company is one of the premium partner of Google Cloud. So we got many awards in Google Cloud Awards also, best reseller of 2022-21 maybe. So our SEARCE company. So one of the HR connected with me through LinkedIn. So she asked about are you interested in cloud engineering? So I was very much interested. I don't have a job. Okay, no problem. I asked, will there be any bond? She said no. Okay, more comfortable. So what I thought is, I'll do for 6 months. If I get the job, I'll do for 6 months, I'll resign. That's what the main agenda for me. So my first interview happened in March. It's a technical round. Second interview happened in April. It's a technical round again. And first interview was taken by one of the senior cloud engineer. Second interview was directly taken by the director of cloud engineer. Third one happened in May. So it was directly HR discussion. I was not having any experience about the HR discussion
round,
because I know only technical round what will be. So that fellow started directly asking about how much you want. I said this and this. He said, okay, will you join next week? Okay, yeah, I'll join. That's it, completed. I joined next week. I joined May 10th in SEARCE. So my final exams happened in last week of June. By that time, I was in a US project. We don't have any proper trainings kind of thing. In SEARCE, one of the best thing is we do everything by learning. And we'll do something and we'll learn from it. And best thing about SEARCE is its work culture. After SEARCE, after joining SEARCE, after my graduate, my final exams, by August 2021, I had 6 more offers. All off campus only, no on campus. All off campus, like Infosys, Tata Elxsi, Wipro, etc. More 6 offers, and I don't have bond here. But what excited me here is the work culture, the helping nature of my fellow people, and people don't have ego here basically. If I am not comfortable with something, my director will come. If he is experienced or expertised in that, he'll come, he'll explain the things, or my team lead, my managers, they're very supportive. So that's why I'm still in SEARCE. So till date, I had completed, I was a part of somewhere around 4 US projects, 1 Indonesian project.
So what is your job title right now, and what?
So right now it's cloud engineer. So I was trying to move into project management, like technical project management, because I'm parallelly pursuing my MBA from Chandigarh University. So 1 year completed, 1 more year is there.
So basically you learned each and every new technology by yourself, or you had a group of people who did it with you, or did you have any technical club activity going on in your college regarding that?
No, I have a friend, Abhinav. So we both used to learn together. We both founded REJOIT as well, with the collaboration of one of our faculty. So basically it's me, Abhinav, we both generally learn the stuff. If something I was not comfortable, he is very good in coding. That fellow has nearly cracked 15 plus coding rounds in our placements. So that's the thing.
So as you told about REJOIT EDTECH Private Limited, when did it start for you? Was it during your college or after it? And as you told about your friend Abhinav, who was part of it, and your faculty, how did it all start, and your discussion around it, and what was your experience through it?
So basically I thought of starting it in my 4th year. So I was not confident enough to start it at that time. I want to take time. Once my graduation done, SEARCE gave me that confidence, I can do something else apart from this job. So SEARCE is very comfortable place where I can explore other opportunities also, my personal interests. Then in 2022 April, we had this registration, private limited company registration. Me, Abhinav, and one of our faculty, Dr. Venugopal. So we 3 people founded this company, REJOIT EDTECH Private Limited. Previously we thought of different names, like Mapping Tech Labs, Mapping IT Services, different names, but all those are taken already.
Taken, yeah,
So
it happens.
and we also thought about Unicorn,
Okay.
Unicorn SIG Private Limited also.
Okay.
So that also not happened.
Huh.
So that's why we came up with our roots. So first name we thought is Result. So
Okay.
we came up with Result. Result is not taken by anyone.
Okay.
So we started at that time. And at first it was very difficult for us. What I thought is when I launched in my college, like this launching ceremony, everything, like the response was huge.
Okay.
The result got so much craze, etc., etc. When we launched first training plus internship program, like what I expected is I'll be getting some 50 to 60 registrations, something
Okay.
for that,
Huh.
for a 1 month training plus internship program.
Okay.
But we ended up getting only 8 registrations.
Okay.
And 5 registrations for web development, 3 registrations for no code development.
Okay.
And both courses were taken by me because it's my startup, right?
Yeah.
I need to take care of everything.
Yeah.
So every day what I used to do, like my shift timing is 10 to 7.
Okay.
COs.
Yeah.
So I need to I work in US projects. So my work will be in night. So I used to work up to 9, 10, 12 also some days when I have tasks. So what I used to do, I used to like block my calendar for 1.5 hours or 1 hour from 8 to 9 or 7 to 8. Then I used to take 1 hour session here, 1 hour session there.
Okay.
So I used to cover these sessions and again get back to my job. That's the thing. First month happened like that. But from our second month, like second batch, we got around 100 plus registrations from a different colleges.
Okay.
Not only from Vardhaman.
Okay.
We started for entire world, right? But initially first will be like very special, right? First batch. So I thought of getting somewhere around 50-60 registrations from Vardhaman itself. But we ended up only getting 8. So later for our second batch, we got around 100 plus. Now we had more than 500 students graduated from our course plus internship programs. And few people also got benefited with our mock interviews program. Like we organize basically mock interviews. So I said about Abhinav, right? He's good at coding. So he used to clear all the coding rounds. He used to clear all the technical, basic rounds. But when it comes to his communication, he's not a bit comfortable with English.
Okay.
So he most of the times he used to be rejected in HR rounds like that. But he is now working in a Big 4 company.
Okay.
So if he had qualified some 15 exams, but he got only 5 offers. Like other 10 are rejections, right? So then we thought, why won't we get the young professionals who are working in the companies and get interviewed our pre-final year students. That's the main agenda of starting Result basically. So that's what we are doing now also. We are getting, I have a huge circle in my office, or basically we work, our company is placed in WeWork. Our floor only has some 40 companies. I have more friends in our floor only. So if I ask few people, they'll come, they'll take the interviews, etc. That's what it's going. But by this 2022 December, like we successfully completed 9 internship batches, and we had more than 300 plus students, or 300 to 500 in between students, and we have crossed the revenue of 5 lakhs by now.
Okay, nice. So what was the exact purpose for you to start this startup? Like, as you told your friend Abhinav, he had faced problem with interviews, HR interviews. Was that the only reason, or did you see it around more students having that? Or what was your purpose starting the startup?
So my main purpose was like to bridge the gap between industry and academia. So whatever we learn in our subjects, that won't help in job. So that's why we are giving this training plus internship program, where a student is allowed to get the certificate only if he completes the projects given by us, our team, as well as this speaking problems, nervousness, because so many people may be good at communication, but at that time they won't be comfortable. They might feel nervous when they face the interviewers. They'll get, and if you continuously get rejections in 3 to 4 companies, and it is gone, the entire confidence is gone. So that is one of the reason. Also we support people who are interested in research, like writing research papers, survey papers. We help them for free. So I myself have 6 research papers and 1 survey paper, and now 1 more research paper accepted in a conference. One was
Okay.
survey paper also accepted.
Okay.
So we are working on them.
Okay, cool. So as you told, on the first batch of your students from for REJOIT, you were expecting a pretty large number. But so how did you cope up? Like during startup is a very difficult thing. It's not at all a straight road. The bumps are really harsh also. So how did you cope up with all the challenges that you have faced during like getting REJOIT to whatever it is right now?
First, basically, what I thought is like the response was very huge.
Hmm.
Like everyone was talking about result. Even my friends from outside college,
Okay.
everyone was speaking about it. So, but what happened in the first batch is it's basically we don't have a proper marketing strategy
Okay.
at first.
Hmm.
So we only generally shared with people,
Hmm.
no, shared in WhatsApp groups,
Hmm.
etc., etc. We don't have a proper strategy. So by the second batch, what we have done is we had a good marketing strategy. We
Okay.
reached out to few people from other colleges
Okay.
and we got the registrations. But I was not at all comfortable with that 8 registrations.
Okay.
But from that, we never looked back. From our second batch, it's good going up to now.
Okay,
And
cool.
now what we are doing is currently we are also launched a platform called Resolve Talks.
Okay.
It's a CSR initiative by Resolve EdTech.
Okay.
That means corporate social responsibility.
Uh-huh.
So we only target the education sector. It's our primary thing.
Hmm.
We go to Jilla Parshad high schools,
Okay.
JPHS,
Okay.
in and around Hyderabad,
Okay.
and teach 9th class or 10th class students
Mhm.
about career guidance.
Okay.
What they can do after 10th,
Hmm.
what they can do after 12th, like what are the government schemes which are available for them.
Hmm.
So all these things will educate them. We'll give a free handout
Okay.
with all the details.
Okay.
And will come. Till date, we had organized in 4 ZPHs. We started in December only, December 22.
Hmm.
Now this is March, right? Every month one ZPHs.
Okay.
This month we are planning for a second one. So
Okay.
we got featured in Namaste Telangana, like Sakshi also,
Okay.
regarding this ZPHS programs and all.
Okay, cool. So, how would you How do you have told us SEARCE is very open-minded company and even very comfortable to work with. Still, how do you manage the work of your startup as well as your professional, like on cloud engineering and all of that, and even building up a team that you have for startup, and how important is networking for that and all of those perspectives?
So basically, like I block my calendar every day for 1 or 2 hours, and I'll dedicate that 1 or 2 hours only for my startup.
Okay.
And weekends I'll dedicate 4 to 5 hours dedicatedly to my startup only.
Okay.
I'll be brainstorming with my team, like with my fellows. We have a fellowship program in Result.
Okay.
We take people from second year and they'll be graduated in 1 year. That means in third year they'll be doing projects under us. They'll be getting real world exposure. So I'll be discussing with them what else we can do, etc., etc. So all these things. Coming to networking, basically, like I was a part of different communities in Hyderabad, like Hyderabad DAO, where I
Okay.
met your founder Abhishek.
Abhishek, yeah.
So as well as I was an EXCOM member in IEEE Young Professionals
Okay.
Hyderabad section.
Huh.
So I was a part of different communities. So where all this network would help me at some point of time.
Okay, so basically communities did help you a lot.
Yes.
So what would you say to students right now? How important is how to get into a community, and how is it going to mold your life? Like it is definitely a different experience, right? So what would you say to them?
Currently in our region, like there are so many communities.
Yeah.
For example, open source community, Android community,
Yeah.
so many communities are there.
Yeah.
But getting into a community is very easy, but surviving there is a bit hard. If you go to community, you didn't learn anything, it doesn't make any sense. If you go to some community, you should learn from them. You should also contribute to that community.
Yeah.
If if you are busy also, you can take your time, you can contribute at the community, you can attend their events, you can also be a speaker in that community if you have a new idea, something like that.
Okay. So as you're an entrepreneurship, a student who is pursuing or want to be an entrepreneur himself, what would you like to advise him about starting off with his journey?
So generally people think like if you are doing job, it is very hard to build a startup parallelly, but it is not that hard, because like if only thing is your dedication. If you dedicate few or some time, some hours from your day to your startup, you can build a next unicorn also. But for students who are studying and they want to build something, like their main concept should be like everyone will do one day batting only, right?
Yeah,
Most of
exactly.
the students, except 1 or 2% people. So instead of roaming out, going to some parties, they can dedicate that time in this startup. For me, it's a complete different story.
Okay.
For me, like I used to have college only half day.
Okay.
Other half, I used to go to my CIE, that means Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship in Vardhaman,
Okay.
where I need to work on my startup. So I'll get the attendance.
Okay.
So it's like 4 periods in college, I mean classes. Other second half, 3 periods in the room, CIE room. So what I used to do, I used to only go 2 hours. Next, I'll tell CR or some first bench guy.
Okay.
That fellow will do proxy and all. So I'll roam out and I'll go to my CIE room. I'll do the work.
Yeah.
And most probably, I was involved in more than 100 events in Vardhaman. Like I used to be in IEEE, I used to be in NSS, I used to be in student affairs clubs. I founded a club like Cyber Sync Club, and I used to be in this Engineers Without Boundaries student chapter. All these things I used to be there. Like I was a active person in my college. So and I had almost hosted, like I was very much crazy about anchoring.
Okay.
So I had hosted around 50 plus events in my college itself.
Oh, nice.
It can be a small technical seminar, or a college fest, anything. I used to host any event.
Yeah, that's nice. So if there was one thing that you would like to tell to the engineering students right now, so what it would be?
So one thing is, it's not only academics, you should also be good at extracurriculars.
Okay.
You should be a part of any club in your college or outside. There are so many clubs.
Yeah.
So you can be part of them, or you can go to different events. For example, every year IIT Hyderabad conducts few workshops. Like at our time, going to IIT Hyderabad is a craze.
Yeah. We
used to get registered in bulk. For one event, like our principal at that time, when I was in second year, our principal got scared because 90% of the class went to a different event, to different place, and only 5 to 6 people are there in class. He suddenly came to rounds and he was a bit surprised, like where these people went, only our section.
Yeah.
So this happened with me. So basically, it's all about participating in the extracurriculars, learning skills from others, and getting benefited by it.
Yeah.
It's not only academics, basically.
Yeah.
If you learn only academics, you won't achieve anything.
Yeah. How do you stay motivated to do all of whatever extracurricular things that you're doing along with your life, like professional and personal life? How do you stay motivated to be?
So when I was in college, first thing, I don't want to listen to the classes. In my entire BTech, only 2 faculty made me to sit in their classes. One is data structures. He is too good. And one is our previous HOD. Like we have 2 HODs. First year, second year, 1 HOD.
Yeah.
Third year, fourth year, HOD changed. So our first HOD. So he explained about, he took this session about software engineer.
Okay.
So only for 2 sessions, I don't used to bunk. I used to go to that class only. If it is in afternoon also, I'll bunk my CIE and I will go to that class, because they are too good. They'll be explaining they'll be bringing real world concepts and linking it to the subject. So this is the way I want to learn. So, but all other faculty don't do the same, right? They'll keep some PPT, they'll read it.
Yeah.
So I used to skip these classes. So I used to be involved in events. That's it.
Yeah.
And coming to now like it's became a habit for me. I was participating in different events now. Like recently, I went to MLRIT as a mentor. They have this annual hackathon, Inventron 2K23 something. So I went as a mentor for the 36-hour hackathon. And I'm also mentoring some startups in BITS Launchpad event. It's an entrepreneurship event of BITS annual event. So in one of this segment, I was mentoring, I was allocated 8 startups, and I selected 3 startups and they were in the finals now. So, and I was also going to this, part of Hackfest T-Hub. So it is going to happen a couple of days after, in Ugadi maybe. So. That's the thing.
So yeah, I guess we can, this is it. Thank you, Akash, for very relatable stories from college. As we have also experienced like about the teachers or about the normal classes, activities, and all of that. Thank you for this session. So this is it for EDAM Spotlight.